Fire for them. Fifth child, holla back, Chris style. Feel nigga in this bumper cloud now, man. Wheel up.
I'm a little field nigga from a underground road. When me spreading black facts like a poisonous toad. When me up, will bring my fire, man, burning up your soul.
Fire.
When me fighting for me people and such a heavy load. I'm a little field nigga from a underground road. When me spreading black facts like a poisonous toad. When me up, will bring my fire, man, burning up your soul. When me fighting for me people and such a heavy load. Donovan, man, we come fi rumble. 2 shot from Glock, watch your cracker, them fi stumble. Feel pon this set, watch your pussy boy humble. Rough like a lion and me king in the jungle. Big up ganja hustler, me nice in all the bundle. King chatter lyric and the Babylon tumble. Follow Babylon when the towers them be crumble. Man now we cool, so we set by example. Me mash it up, watch a big gal limpy trample. Bust enough shot from me big black rifle. Me mash it up, look at pussy boy, them still humble. Black power gangster, Babylon we rumble. King with the crown and the crown we no fumble. Stepping out the back was on the landmine you stumble. Creeping out the dark, Philly pig get a shot too. Slave master murder when I feel niggas spot you. Me hot crew, come with maroon, now we go rock you. Set up on this rhythm, king be hot proof. We pull it up and mash it up. Now who be hot man and not you. Enough blood to run when the black god be come true. Me mash it up. King in all the world fully loaded. Flex pon this set now, man, we are go hold it. Come like Napoleon, a Roman, them a stole it. Turn up a notch, Lord King can't control it. Little field nigga from a underground road. When me spreading black facts like a poisonous toad. When me up, bring my fire, man, burning up his soul. When me fighting for me people, them such a heavy load. I'm a little field nigga from a underground road. When me spreading black facts like a poisonous toad. When me up, bring my fire, man, burn up your soul. When me fighting for me people, them such a heavy load.
I'm a 5-star general, chemist in a dish. Crackers best fit duck down when I raise my black fist. Field nigga be the king, and the king be God and man. Tip my crown to the side, cause I reside in the ghetto fam. Holla black at the guard now. Where your other telling me friend, pissing out your mouth, clown. Snitching to the pigs again, now run, go tell him I send on the hell on the man, and we coming for bomb again. Blast too big and split too big with field nigga, that me friend. King Samir the black dragon from a land of Asiatic. Drop them facts in mathematics, let's get free. Cross synthetic, justice serve no cave boys. Black power through your hood, black power gangsters. Banging on you Peckerwoods, man. Coming out of that, stop, drop and roll. Knock you out your hoodie, shoes and socks, your bowels lost control.
I'm a little field nigga from a underground road. When me spreading black facts like a poisonous toad. When me up, bring my fire, man, burning up your soul. When me fighting for me people, them such a heavy load. I'm a little field nigga from a underground road. When me spreading black facts like a poisonous toad. When me up, bring my fire, man, and burning up your soul. When me fighting for me people, them such a heavy load. Little field nigga from a underground road. Spreading black facts like a poisonous toad. When me up, bring my fire, man, burning up your soul. When me fighting for me people, them such a heavy load.
Hey, Debbie, take that. This for you, boy. What you say? Eh? Nah, ain't nothing rude, boy. What you say? Alright, get the wood out your mouth. Suck your mama bumba. This for you faggot motherfuckers.
There is no mystery God. Absolutely no mystery God. There is no God in the sky, and there is no devil under the ground. Heaven is not in the sky, and hell is not under the ground. Heaven and hell are conditions of the mind, states of existence, and states of being. So Jesus told us to stop looking for heaven in the sky. He said the kingdom of heaven is within you, and that we are the temples of the living God. That the living God lives in our temple, and he does not inhabit the sky, but he inhabits the higher realms of the heavens, of the realm of the secret innermost chambers of the subconscious chamber of the soul of man and woman. And this power bursts forth and emanates forth from him to set in motion a universal order based on principle and law. All of this set in motion by a divine power and a divine force that never dies. It's constant. It just changes forms. God is in man. Can't be in any man. He's got to be in the original man. Because if God is the first and everything comes from him, then he can't wait for anything else. He brings everything else into existence. There could be no white man if there were no black man. It is biologically and genetically impossible for the recessive white man to produce the dominant yellow baby. Biologically and genetically impossible for the recessive yellow man and woman to produce the dominant brown baby. Biologically and genetically impossible for the recessive brown man and woman to produce the dominant black baby. But that black man and his woman, the father and the mother of it all, can produce black, can produce brown, can produce red, can produce yellow. And if the seed runs wild or mutates in the womb of the black woman, can even produce an albino, something which is whiter than white, 180 degrees in either direction.
As we proceed to raise these RBGs, black power motherfuckers, black power motherfuckers. As we proceed to raise these RBGs, black power motherfuckers, black power motherfuckers.
Turn them drums up, frankincense and myrrh burning, but we need the drums up though. Biggie, wake the fuck up, yeah, what? Let me feel that power.
As we proceed to raise these RBGs, black power motherfuckers, black power motherfuckers.
I shake.
Repack nation motherfuckers.
Who shot ya? 9 out of 10, it was coppers. Heat laying us down all over the street. It's on, cracker. Every hood got the same beat. I wanna see brains tumbling down your cheek. ARs taking out all police. Plasma clumps staining the concrete. And it don't stop. Bullets, sticks, and rocks. Snitches helping cops on sight or get shot. Once we got the drop, set up the border. Slaughter, policemen, wives, sons, and daughters. Good cops, crooked cops, and the turncoats. It's y'all's turn to burn like Dante's Inferno. Fill the ghetto with crack and yayo. We filling the prisons and every year they make more. Crackers know the dawn of revolution is taking place. RBGs in this bitch, it ain't safe. Shoot you in your face, gassing on their asses. Trees and nooses, same way you do shit. Time here can pop fools and stay cool, heart clear because I know my eye rules. Everything around me killing po 9. Cutting off their breathing cause they cutting off mine. And I'm Southside's finest. Trayvon, Sean Bell, and Mike Brown's behind this.
We proceed to raise these RBGs, black power motherfuckers. By Google, black power motherfuckers. Hey, we proceed to raise these RBGs, black power motherfuckers. I share, oh, hey. Black power motherfuckers. Black power.
We pattern our lives today after a caveman. And after a cave woman that just crawled out of the caves and hills of Europe and walk around today with an attaché case smelling like Pierre Cardin and smelling like Uchi and Coochie and Gucci and all that other stuff. This is a caveman. He spent 2,000 years, she spent 2,000 years in the caves and hills of Europe. I'm still talking about the goddamn white man. Spent 2,000 years in the caves and hills of where? E-U-R-O-P-E. This man, Elijah Muhammad, and this man, Louis Farrakhan, they teach us that EU means caves and hillside. Euro, Eureka, you've heard the term. EU means caves and hillside. is self-explanatory. They were roped or bound or confined within the caves and hills of Europe for 2,000 years. And for 2,000 years, this blue-eyed devil crawled around on his all fours. He ate his meat raw. They ate each other even. They ate dogs. They ate anything. They take tree limbs and bust an animal in the head or drop a rock or a boulder on the animal and bust the animal in the head, blood everywhere, all in the mangy, diseased fur of the animal. Drag the animal back to the cave, and the little baby devils and the medium-sized devils and the mama devil and the daddy devil and the uncle devil and the auntie devil and the cousin devil and the grandma devil and the grandpa devil, all of them would then start biting on the nasty hair and fur of this dead, bloody animal lying right there in the cave. They didn't know anything about fire. Hell, when they first discovered fire, they damn near ran off the cliff. Say, gee whiz, gee manini, what is this? Really, they couldn't even talk in those days. How many of you saw the movie Quest for Fire? Hold your black hands up. If you saw Quest for Fire. In Quest for Fire, you saw but they tell you were a savage. They want you to believe that you were a savage. They walked around all in ooga booga. They're the ones that put the lie on us, but they were the ones ooga. Sign language and all kind of stuff. You could always talk. There's never been a time when you couldn't talk, black man. And we know it ain't never been a time when you couldn't talk, black woman. Sister got something to say, because she's the first teacher. The children, the babies, they learn the language from her. They don't call it the father tongue, they call it the what? Why they call it the mother tongue instead of the other tongue? They call it the mother tongue because it is mother who fills them with the spirit of life. It is mother who inspires them, giving them inspiration and information that moves them along the course of life. And so they call it the mother tongue, because the goddess is the one who breathes that life into them. Y'all still with me? We still talking about the goddamn white man.
Wartime, wartime, wartime. Bibi Fahodie, Black Power, and death and destruction. The epitome of torture that you could ever have the best dream about. Fuck all white people. Fuck their world, fuck their standards, fuck their laws, fuck their culture. Fuck them all. Each and every single one of you bastards and bitches. Every damn cracker on the face of the planet Earth. And even the motherfuckers trying to hide out in space. Fuck you too. Welcome to the Khalid Muhammad Militia Hour. I'm the 5-star general, King Samir Shabazz, and it's an honor. It's not a privilege. It's an honor to know that I have caused the entire white race to wake up. It's an honor to know that I had the United States fucking Senate, the United States legislature and the Voters' Rights Commission Voters' Rights Commission. I turned them upside down. Pissed them off so much, old fat pelican neck bastard Christian Adams became a whistleblower, if you will. The cracker was a snitch. Eric Holder told us not to prosecute. You're a fucking liar. But the white man is the absolute most natural liar on the planet. I don't think y'all understand the levels of deceit and trick knowledge these damn dogs will go to all lengths, spend quadrillions of dollars to keep your black cooning asses sleeping. I don't think you understand. But tonight, we're gonna do things a little different. Tonight, I will be the host, and I have a very, 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 very special guest tonight. And I'm going to warn you, he's not going to play with you. He's not going to play with you. You will truly understand tonight who the Khalid Muhammad militia truly is. Why do I say that? Tonight, you will hear from my Jonathan Jackson. You will hear from my little brother. You will hear the truth. You will hear the facts. And some of y'all just gonna get your asses whooped tonight. So, you may not hear from him much during Warrior Wednesdays, but I would like to bring on my Jonathan Jackson, my neutron bomb, the man I can absolutely trust the most out of all you motherfuckers. Not saying I don't love you, not saying I don't trust you. I said trust the most. And he has earned that respect from me. Time and time again shows and proves himself, his dedicated loyalty to this struggle, his dedicated loyalty to the death of white supremacy and white folks. So tonight, I'm going to be interviewing, your Jonathan Jackson of today, the chief of staff of the Khalid Muhammad militia, the founder of Do the Knowledge Radio, the man himself. And I want you to get your pens and pads out, because y'all know I'm coming with some questions, right? But let's have a good time. But also, don't forget, this is Warrior Wednesday. And after this class, I want y'all to tune in to our brother Son the Great. Make sure y'all tune in to his class right after this class. Got a surprise for you. Huh? So tonight I'm going to be quiet, the quiet one. Huh? And let the young dragon release his fire. I hope y'all last through this. As they say, Godspeed. So let's bring on with a strong ass wartime. My brother, knowledgebornallah. Wartime, soldier, wartime.
Wartime general. Wartime, wartime, wartime. So those who offer themselves up to be killed, to be maimed, and to be driven insane, those who go beyond what is even possible for other human beings in their pursuit of revolution, they are its essence. They are its essence. They are its essence. Those who offer themselves up to be killed, to be maimed, and driven insane, those who go beyond what is even possible for other human beings in their pursuit of the revolution. They are its essence. The essence of revolution, the essence of retribution is the spirit in which I come to you tonight in. Its essence. Not in its rewards, but its sacrifices. Not in its rewards, but its sacrifices.
Go ahead.
The only reward in this retributionary struggle is a clean shot, a knife swipe, a boot stomp to the face of our enemies. Not the imaginary enemies y'all like to refer to, the fucking white man, white woman. I don't even call them people. I don't even call them people. Those beasts, those Arab beasts, those Asian beasts, those Indian beasts that y'all love so fucking much, that y'all fight and kill and die for. I come in the spirit of those who vanquish them and who will vanquish all of you bastards for your apostasy, for the ones who have turned their back on African people, those who have bent over and gave evil an opening as our retributionary spiritual general, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Honor and praiseworthy. Honor and praiseworthy. We are a few days from his transition, so we come in that name. I come in that name and in that spirit every day. I don't dress up like the rest of you motherfuckers. Get to dressing up and you showing what you got and all that. We don't move like that. Evidently, you were not paying attention in political education. You don't understand the word, the opportune word of clandestine operation. The people you see is not the people you're supposed to see. You see those people. You looked at those people. You herald those people. But what about the motherfuckers you don't see? That's who put in work. That's who put in work. Clandestine. Clandestine. So in the spirit of the African retributionary clandestine operation that is turning this entire planet upside down, we say wartime. I'm honored to be here on the Khalid Muhammad Militia Hour, to be selected, chosen, and ordered to appear here and to share some of my retributionary thoughts with my George Jackson, with my older brother, with my neutron bomb. Moved by those words as he began to speak of me in such a regard. I don't give a fuck about too many people on the planet in regards to how they see me. I'm moved by an insurrection ancestral spirit that people cannot even fathom. But there are few people on this planet whom, as long as I have their divine approval, I will continue to bring death and devastation to all of our enemies, foreign and domestic, internal and external. Black power, wartime.
Wartime. Well, we're going to get right down to business because this is what we do best. Get down to business. So we're not coming with the okie doke Yankee boy bullshit. Tonight you will understand. You will understand. You will understand. So we're going to bring forth some questions to you, Almighty. And, you know, as I try to sit and think, what can I possibly ask this man? Because I know we've been through, you know, the family stuff and all that stuff. But tonight we're going to operate how we operate. A natural flow. So we're going to start with this. Now, mind y'all, all these questions will be just coming from the head. I'm shooting from the hip tonight. You dig? And y'all tune in next show and I'll be shooting from the lip. You dig? So the very first question, which is the basis of our lives, God. And I saw this, felt this, could possibly be the only befitting question to open your cipher of complete annihilation tonight. So we're going to start with this. How do you see today's degree?
That's an excellent question right there. Wartime. Today's degree is born. Today's degree is born. And as y'all know, I come in the divine righteous attribute of knowledgebornallah. So when we're dealing with the born degree is the place where you physically dwell. Your dwelling is your born degree. But born also means to bring into existence either physically or mentally. For me, it's physically and mentally. It is a systematic approach to borning things into existence. And what I mean with a systematic approach, it means just as if you were in gestation in the womb and it takes 9 months for life to manifest physically where it can be seen and heard and not just observed. So as to life. When you born something into existence mentally, the evidence comes into play of what can be brought into existence, and when it's manifested in physical form, it can be weighted and measured. This is why they weigh your baby and measure your baby in the physical world. That's mathematically done in fashion for you to have a notation of physical evidence of that which existed in the mind space already. So my mind space from birth, as in born today, my mind space from birth, my spirit space from birth is one that was in total opposition, that is in total opposition, and will be in total opposition to the enemies of African people, wherever the fuck I find them. So borning that into existence put a spark in my mother and father to prepare the way for my arrival and incarnation on the planet. Now I have 3 elder siblings and 3 younger siblings. I'm directly in the middle. And that retributionary spirit surrounds me from birth. So as we look at today's degree, it's befitting that I came here on the born day to bring into existence a physical, mental, emotional, psychological, psychospiritual, and physical retribution of that which preceded me that was not in alignment with the goals, aims, and objectives of our future. The end of white domination and the resurrection and insurrection and rise of African global domination. So this is how we make it born. This is how we make it born, by cleaning the mental, cleaning the spiritual, cleaning the physical, and divesting our being of anything that does not align with what we are seeking to born into existence physically and mentally. That's how I see today's degree.
Wartime. Heavy. Very heavy. Because there's nothing spooky in this universe. And, you know, as you and I always say, mind detect mind. So having you on this day, and I want y'all listeners to understand, this is a mathematical equation. Again, there's nothing spooky. There is no coincidence. Nothing happens just out of the, by sheer mere coincidence. There is no such thing. So having the God on this day is very, very, very heavy. I want y'all to listen to the wisdom of this man and understand he's taking you to a new plane of thought, a higher plane of thought, where I'm just going to come and just put the damn C4 on the door and kill everything inside and outside. See, he's like the Warner. He's the Warner of the militia. You dig? So the next question will lead right into your retributionary struggle. At what point in your life, God, did you just say, fuck it? I need to establish myself in the liberation of Black people. What made you so fed up? What just brought you to the boiling point, if you will?
Oh,
in the
man,
hot seat, buddy.
I thought the knowledge degree was going to be something. Then when we get into the wisdom degree, it got more layers to it. So the foundation of which I was born leads right into the wisdom degree of why I was born. The Holy Quran says, my life, my living, my dying, and my death are all for Allah. So Allah in this case would be the liberation, salvation, and retribution of African people. So wisdom is wise words and wise ways and actions. So the sum total of the experience. My fuck it moment, to be clear, was the first year of my life. The first year of my life. See, some of us got books and they be like, yeah, God, General, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. That shit they need to burn. Or, well, I was reading some books from this author or that author, and you can fill in the blank because they come with the great books and no evidence of great life, but they come with the great books. They got all of the books.
Right.
They got all of the tapes. They got all of the CDs. They got all of the DVDs. And they done brought up the whole table. And wisdom is wise words and wise ways and actions. So the evidence of what you say must be found in your daily activity. What you say and you do must be congruent. This white beast is the devil for me in my personal life. From the moment I was born, in the first year and years of my life, this devil sought to kill me. Personally. Not collectively, not subjectively, physically. My experience in the birthplace / death place that you bring your loved ones to, as my mother taught me and taught the world. Hospital in Latin means a place to die. What's the difference between a hospital and hospice? What do they do at the hospice? The same thing they do at the hospital. But you take your loved ones, you bring life into a space where people are exiting out of there. And as my mother taught me, if you go there long enough, you can go there with nothing, but you're going to leave with something. And as our lessons state, they have a duty and responsibility. The ministers, the doctors, the nurses, and the cremators, they have a duty and responsibility. They have orders. Because the military operates on subordination and it punishes insubordination. So upon my arrival on the physical planet, I was born 3 months premature. I was born in the 6th month. And I was the only child born in this time, the year of my birth, that was born 3 months premature with no birth defects. So an anomaly in the medical system of New Jersey. So New Jersey decided to go to my mother at the time and offer her some money to kill me, to perform experiments on me in the interest of science, for all of the fake ass fucking scientists out here. In the interest of science, to see why I was born 3 months premature with no birth defects. So my mother, operating in the supreme wisdom space, did not succumb to the whisperings of this beast. This is why this beast is called devil. Because a beast will devour its young. A beast will devour its young. A beast would see its offspring go through the birthing process, and if that beast was hungry enough, it would eat its own. The equivalent of eating its own self. So this beast thought by offering some gold for my mother's labor, that my mother would wish to receive the gold in the space of my life. So as we look at this life, my life, and we look at the retributionary struggle of African people, how many mothers' tears have taken payment, gold, for their children's lives, and then all of a sudden there is no more outcry for justice for their child or their children. So if my mother would have taken that gold for her labor, I wouldn't be here. They told my mother, other whispering, that I would be a slower child, that I would need extra help and I would need extra attention. They told my mother that I would be mentally retarded. In all of those fear-mongering conversations, my mother did not falter or fold under that pressure. She began to born in me an African retributionary insurrection spirit, to wake that and call that forth out of me. To do that work. And it was in that moment, in that space, after the experimentations that the hospital performed, after the overdosing that the hospitals performed, all of those things that were brought to view and brought to focus surrounding my birth in the first year and years of my life, where I understood the regulations of our enemy and how far in the depths with my own life. I didn't need no other fucking reference. My own life, my own existence, and my dealings on this military plane with the hospice, the place to die, that gave me the springboard to go after this bastard on every level possible. All of these bastards, not just the white bastard, the Asian bastard, the Arab bastard, the Indian bastard, and those black bastards from amongst us who would give advocacy for these devils. So from birth and my birth experiences in the hospital and my back and forth with these devils in white coats, imbued in me all that was necessary, all of the evidence that I needed to do this work as I was ordered to come to the planet to do. So I didn't need to go to no lecture. I didn't have to go to some damn protest. I didn't have to have some damn epiphany. All I had to do, General, was be born on the planet. So on this born day, mathematically, there's a synergistic relationship with birth and death, as it is synonymous with our plight on the planet. Either we choose to fight to live or we die. This was the black survival general civilization class. Then it was black survive or die. Now we're at the Khalid Muhammad Militia out, one who gave his service in life and in death for the liberation and salvation of African people. So to be born in a space and time and understand the day and time and what must be done, my birth was the catalyst for my mission. So my fuck it was coming on the planet. Wartime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Heavy. Very heavy. But I told y'all. So I hope y'all are listening, tuning in. And to those who are just tuning in, welcome to the Khalid Muhammad Militia Hour. And I'm the 5-star general of the Khalid Muhammad Militia, General King Samir Shabazz. And my guest tonight, who's not a guest, my brother tonight, is the man who made it all happen. For everyone, for everybody's class, you may be getting a notification about. You understand what I'm saying? This is the man that founded it all, y'all. Founded it all. So, which will lead into my next question. We've covered so many degrees, God. And I remember you and I having a conversation about, damn, what else could I possibly bring forth? Because we've covered so many degrees from so many different angles and aspects. And I understand the way we did it. Because one class led to another, and the next class led to here we are. Whether y'all realize it or not, we were preparing you. We still are preparing you. So I stand in the legacy and in the name of Khalid Muhammad. And I'm not fucking wavering with that. There's nothing you could say to me to make me even think twice. Because then you might get your teeth knocked down your esophagus. So the second the second show of Do the Knowledge Radio, I want to ask you, God, because at that time, and I want y'all to understand why I love this man so much. I want y'all to understand this. At that particular time, nobody was fucking with me. Everybody was running from me. And this is round about the time it started. Because I'm still going through it. Y'all still haul ass for me. Y'all don't want me around. I'm too hard. I'm too disciplined when it comes to this revolution shit. I'm just too much. Oh, I see and hear. And let me make this very fucking clear. To the niggas who hold that jealousy in their soul for me. Fuck you. Fuck your very existence that you came from. See, because I take that as a threat to my life. When motherfuckers say, oh, I don't want that nigga around. We don't want him around. That means one of you motherfuckers is plotting. So don't get it fucked up. I'm way ahead of you. But at this particular time, this is roundabout when it all started. Doors was closed in my face. Everybody was running. I remember Hashim and Zinga fucking, I was hired. Now, mind you, I was not in the new Black Panther Party at this time. I just left the party under Malik's leadership. The party, some brothers reached out to me to come and teach a survival class for a weekend. The brother said to me, we have about 10 people maybe 30 by the time you get here. But right now we have 10 people locked down, ready to pay whatever you charge. You understand what I'm saying? And I said, peace. I'm on my way. You dig? Send that deposit. Let's make it official. I'll send you my little paperwork and all that, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, Hashim and Zinga fucking told the new Black Panther Party to cancel that survival class. And if anyone talked to me again, they would be suspended from the party. So y'all know that shit infuriated. Because this is how I eat. I don't work for Pecker Woods. Don't plan on working for Pecker Woods. But this man reached out to me. And my question is, God, what made you reach out to me at that time when everybody was turning their backs on me?
And the hits keep on coming. Understanding is the best part. Understanding is to see things clearly for what they are and not for what they appear to be. Jonathan himself wrote, people have said that I'm obsessed with my brother's case and the movement in general. A person that was close to me once said that my life was too wrapped up in my brother's case and that I wasn't cheerful enough for her. It's true. I don't laugh very much anymore. I have but one question to ask all you people and people that think like you. What would you do if it was your brother? What would you do if it was your brother? Understanding is the best part. Understanding is to see things clearly for what they are and not what they appear to be. You have brothers that are behind enemy lines, obsessed with it. This is something and someone I've been obsessed with. And the picture, the beacon, the definition, the walk and the talk of the sacrifices that have been made over the years. Not them sissies, not them faggots, not them fucking rats that y'all love and y'all still the fuck around right now. Those ones who complicit in the death of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Those bastards who have the evidence. I'm not calling their fucking names. Because if something happened to them, they're going to be coming to me. I ain't calling their fucking names because we don't call rats names. That ain't African. We don't call snitches and snakes names. Death to them and death to their entire fucking lineage. We decimate our enemies in word and in deed. So fuck every last one of those bastards. That's the first thing I got to say. It even stings my soul to even hear their fucking names, God. To hear their names. I hate hearing their fucking names. This is who y'all love, though. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, says, I oppose what my enemy supports. And supports what my enemy opposes. What greater legacy, the only other man besides Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, peace and blessings to be upon him, that the whole entire white nation turned their back on and sought after was this man. What more evidence do you need? the only semblance of hope in regards to what that panther is. The reason why we had this panther and we hold this panther in high regard was from two divine men. For me, General King Samir Shabazz and Divine Allah. That's two men and one sister, Militia. The personification of these three divine minds is how many of us told these party lines. The definition of what it was and what it required. And to know that our family had been abandoned. What we put together in the trenches, what we went to war for, what we fought for, what we got sued for, what we went to court for, and all of the shit that went along with Panther, the true Panthers, had not been reverenced. The true Panthers have been casted to the side. The true Panthers have been looked over for leadership. The last leaders that we ever seen after Doc departed from us physically. There hadn't been a fucking leader in leadership position after Doc's transition yet. I've yet to see one. From 2001 to now. And that includes every motherfucker in leadership. Hadn't seen one. Hadn't known one. So going through the muck and the mire in the trenches, asking around, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. And I found you, God. I found you. Like Jonathan went back and forth from 6 years old to see his brother in the penitentiary, the only father that he had ever known. The one who picked him up out of the crib. The one who had equipped him and prepared him for life. The one, when he made the transition to be a retributionary, who gave him all of the tutelage, mouth to ear most of the times, and then they would communicate and correspond through letters. The one who made a Solidarity brother out of his brother/son. Y'all say y'all got these fucking books, but you don't got the experience to be able to see this shit with your eyes, to see what it really costs to be a retributionary. Russell Maroon Schultz was not with us for 3 months, free. He gave his life. He lived his life. His life, not his own desires, but the desires of us. That ain't your brother. I hear all this Asada talk. That ain't your sister. All the Shakur names running the fuck around here. You ain't bleeding nowhere. And you ain't causing nobody to bleed. That's what's associated with these names. Death and devastation. For who? For us. That's what a Shabazz means. That's what Allah means. My family name. That's why I come in this name. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Arab. Do you know how many of those bastards I sent to wherever the fuck they go? Allah don't mean the same thing. We don't come in that same name. For the name niggas out here who worry about fucking names. Who have you killed for African liberation? Who have you fought for? Who have you bled for? Fuck African liberation. Who in your family have you put in work for? And who in your family will put in work for you if you found yourself in a position? This is our relationship. Our relationship is in blood, sweat, and tears. In his absence and in his presence, we continue to move together, militaristically, strategically, to bring forth a retributionary curriculum that was not laced with some bullshit. So the reason why I sought you out was because it was my duty and responsibility. We talk about political prisoners and our duty and responsibility to political prisoners. All I fucking know, the ones that's close to my soul, are political prisoners that's either in prison or in the streets. Ones who gave their life. Ones who put in that fucking work. And when you look at this rap sheet, we didn't meet so many times because of prison. Behind infiltration and infiltrators and provocateurs that y'all fucking love to this day. That y'all standing in pictures with to this fucking day. Y'all love them. Y'all herald them. We despise them. We long for their death. Their suffering and death. Just as we long for the suffering and death of all of our enemies. Foreign and domestic, internal and external. So understanding being understood. There was no way in fucking hell I could know that I had access to you. It didn't come to you earnestly as a younger brother to my older brother in retribution and offer you an opportunity, even if it was only one fucking time, for somebody who loved you to come to you and receive that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Plainly, the black community, the militarization of the black community, arm yourself or harm yourself. In the degrees that was dropped in that second episode, God. The wisdom that was provided, the wise words and actionable intel, if properly understood and implemented. This was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And in every opportunity after, no matter what the fuck happened or who, we continue to soldier together. People have tried, trying, and will try in the future to come between us. But just as Jonathan was obsessed, and he was looking at the people that was around him, down to the ones who said they loved him, how the fuck could you love him and not see why? This is his own physical brother, the only father that he ever known, obsessed about training and studying and waiting for the proper moment to be a catalyst to get his brother free. Don't fucking call me brother. If I'm in a situation and you can help in the situation and you don't help in the fucking situation, I don't know you. I don't give a fuck what we share or who we share. He only knew his brother and his mother. That's it. Jonathan knew Georgia and George. That was his nucleus. Verifiably in my family structure, you can call my siblings and say if my name was called and something happened, you know what the fuck time it is. Sometimes to my benefit, but often to my detriment. My brother and I are kin in that regard. People that we fought for and we soldiered for, we put in work for, turned their fucking back on us. So God, there was no way in the world I could have seen or heard part of what you went through and not came for you. It was heart to heart. It was soul to soul. It was spirit to spirit. It was one existence shared in that collective retributionary body. And the greatest thing that I could receive is that you said yes. Because you could have said no. But for everybody that turned their back, I couldn't run fast enough. I couldn't run fast enough. Just building this platform, I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I know one thing, though. If I was going to have a conversation with anybody, it was going to be you. And later on, it would be divine. But it had to be you. I soldiered under divine. I trained under divine. I recruited under divine. Two spitting images of the warrior panther that I wanted to be came from divine and you. And Malika. Malika had a look that would shake you to your soul's core. Your soul's core would bitch up in her presence if you wouldn't.
Hell yeah. That's right.
So
That's
those
right.
names is how we soldiered for many of us. I came in the party at the end of 98. I came in the party off of the streets of fighting with the NYPD at the first Million Youth March. And I came in there with some soldiers from the street. We was at odds with each other in the street. We could kill each other in the street. We unified that day under the only time I physically heard Dr. Khalid speak. Physically. The first and the last time. And that was a catalyst to unify our hood, put aside our differences, and choose our people. The hood. Recruiting was easy after that. Warriors was coming in to the ranks. After a transition and fleeting and apostasy that happened after the split and after the trials in the court and all that other shit. The shit we lived through. And after Doc's transition, the shining example of that warrior panther still existed in your eyes and in your actions. And Harold Kohuti's actions in his eyes. Malika and Divine. I could still rep even though I wasn't physically in the formation no more. There was no way in hell I could soldier under that bitch. Because I seen him and all the bitches coming after. The tiptoers. The lip professors. The bean pie scholars and bean scientists who came in. The Rainbow Coalition niggas who came into the ranks after. With this pocket protector, geek ass, bitch ass motherfucker who came in and left. A deserter. And after I did the knowledge to everything that happened with you, there was no way in the fucking hell, Lord, that I wasn't going to come to you. And I'm thankful to that divine mind of Allah that you saw fit to grace us with your presence and begin to teach and train us in the way that you have done over these years. Indiscriminate to every kind of violation that you have undergone from us as a collective and individuals that you would have killed and died for. So understanding being understood. I understood my role and responsibility to my George Jackson, to the Black Dragon, to create a space where when the cage was open, the dragon would be here. That's as brief as I could put it, guys. Wartime.
Wartime. Yes, sir. And I'm humbly grateful.
And you never heard this shit before today, so whoever the fuck is listening today getting some real shit.
Absolutely. But I'm humbly grateful, man. You know, through all of my trials and nigulations, you were there. You had my black, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't waver from that. You didn't waver from that. You let motherfuckers know straight up. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I appreciate in you. Because I was always curious. Like, what made this man reach out to me? Everybody else hauling ass and, you know, folks I wasn't even expecting to just fly the coop, flew the damn coop. You know? Hey, Rue, may his soul rest in war forever. Long live the spirit of Heru Kahudi, another man who never wavered, never folded, kicked motherfuckers in their mouth. I mean that literally, y'all. Knock niggas' teeth down they goddamn esophagus. And I mean that literally, y'all. Made crackers bow down to my feet. And I made them crackers kiss his boots. A non-compromising, you wasn't moving him. The only two men that said to me, we got your back. Because I understand the mission. While y'all sit around and wait for a mystery revolutionary to come and save you. You think Jesus gonna send some goddamn revolutionary leader to come save you and get this shit popping. When the leaders you have been searching for has been right in your midst, right here on Do the Knowledge Radio. Your leadership is right here. But we so humble. You dig? We just do the work. Because that's what Khalid Muhammad instilled in me. I learned that from Khalid Muhammad, not the FOI. Let me be clear. Let me be clear about that. I learned it from Khalid Abdul Muhammad, not the FOI. So which boils into my next question. You, and I want y'all listeners to listen to this. You, knowledgebornallah, have coined and donned the term retributionary. You did that. Do y'all hear me? Knowledgebornallah came with that term. So don't let nobody else run around here and talk about retributionary. Shut up. Just as Baba Mukasa Ricks and Kwame Ture coined and donned the term Black Power. You, comrade, have coined and donned the term retributionary. So please tell us, what is a retributionary? And what are the principles of being a retributionary?
Y'all see this mathematical equation I got to deal with? We dealing with culture. And culture is your way of life. And many of you bastards don't honor your culture, and you have no way of life. This is why you're not living anything. You don't live anything. You run around here mouth pooting about our holy writings, our Bible, our Quran. Y'all think y'all deep when y'all disrespect and disregard the sacred writings of our ancestors who left them as a jewel for us. Your culture is therein contained, and your law is therein contained in your Bible. If you are looking to be a retributionary, in y'all cases, many of y'all don't go that far. If you're looking to be a revolutionary, I give y'all that term because y'all let anybody be a revolutionary. Y'all got faggots running around here talking about they revolutionary. So these terms that y'all use to seek to separate yourself, this term, retributionary, requires a oath of blood sacrifice. It says counterterrorism is a facet of urban people's guerrilla warfare. Retribution is engaging in counterterrorism. Counterterrorism means that an imminent threat of death is upon you and your people, and it terrorizes you to the core. Terrorism comes in a form, physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. We're dealing with those terrorists who terrorize you, who have you going against your culture, and have you going against your people, have you going against your life. So in order to be successful, in order to be able to survive, in order to be able to live, you must counter the terrorists that plague your mind, your body, and your spirit. You don't have a spirit of fear. And if you say, hey, I ain't got no spirit of fear, and you reject the Bible, guess what you got? A spirit of fear. If you are one who says, I fight in the name of our Creator and drive those bastards out of the places from which they drove you out, and you reject the Quran, you got issues. Our ancestors left those books as blueprints for us to return back to a spirit of insurrection. They used those books. They wrote those books and left those coded messages. They wasn't for everybody. Because the sucker would pick up the books and become a bigger sucker. Dr. Khalid, peace and blessings be upon him, said, don't go in this book a fool, you'll come out a bigger fool. What are your revolutionary laws, statutes, and commandments? What are those things that you follow? Because everybody get cool and slick and hip and all this shit. All of this shit that's a fad. You're not going to live any of it. You're not going to live in any of it. It's fake philosophy. Because you're not going to apply it. You're not going to fight for it. You're not going to kill for it. You're not going to die for it. You just want to talk that shit to seem different, to seem unlike. And you're dealing with something that's unlike you that will hunt you down and kill you. That will hunt you down and kill you. And all that stands in your way is one that stands in its way from devouring and destroying you is a retributionary. One who wants to retribute what has been brought to us by our enemies and to restore into position the tribute and honor from whence our ancestral lineage came. So the pain that our enemies have given unto us as a gift, we love to give. We love to give so much that we want to go out of our way to redistribute the pain, the death, the devastation, and the dishonor and the disgrace back to our enemies. We want to give them a greater gift. When you receive a gift, you're supposed to give a greater gift. Well, what greater gift is it than in tribute to our ancestors that were slain, raped, robbed, and killed than to know that the blood that is being shed for those who are responsible, those who are culpable, those who advocate, and those who assist daily are brought to their demise or eradicated. Retributionary principles exist on a far greater scale than that of a revolutionary, that of a nationalist, that of a national socialist or a national communist. Retribution is to be done, not spoke of. Retribution is to be heard about in the most harrowing voice possible. So for the ones who kill us, for them to wake up and find that their families have been slaughtered and they be left alive, it's retributionary. It's retributionary. That their existence was not safe. The devil, General Tecumseh Sherman, came up with a fighting system called total war. And in his total war fighting system, he killed the families and the children, burnt up the train tracks, burnt the houses to the ground of his enemies in the South. So the harrowing experience would come back to those bastards in the South, that their families were killed. So that same total war fear template that went along with them to make them victorious makes them victorious over us. We can take your loved one into this hospice and they kill them and they come out and tell you it was complications. We did everything that we could and you allowed them to live. Their fiduciary officers can unload clips into you and you go pick up a fucking sign. They can take your child, kidnap your child, kill your child, and leave them in the fucking woods, and you do nothing. Doing nothing is revolutionary. So a retributionary principle of a retributionary lifestyle is that our enemies are dealt with. They are eradicated. They are adjudicated. They are not prayed for. They are not forgiven. They're not providing you signs for a protest or bricks. Their hope and their prayer is that you won't find them and do to them and their offspring what they have been doing to us and our people. And in every single moment that you think that this is okay, you have given a tactical advantage to an unrelenting enemy with a bloodlust for your eradication. So where you eat, where you sleep, where you live, who employs you, all in a position for your destruction. The principles of a retributionary is the same principles that our ancestors lived from: to do for self. To do for self. To build family, to build community around the principles of retributionary manhood and womanhood. And retributionary childhood, because y'all say fuck the children and just leave them out there. Leave them out there to die. You sell them into slavery. You sell them into servitude. Because just as I said earlier, they can kill your child and you cry on the news and smile when they give you a fucking check. And along with that check, they put your ass in check. And the people wonder why nothing ever happens to the culprits that's responsible. You can't want justice in one hand and have a receipt of a payment in another hand. The revolution is televised. Our Baba Gil Scott Heron said the revolution will not be televised. It's televised and it's digitized. It's there with your bullhorn at the press conference. There is nothing retributionary about a fucking bullhorn. You screaming to your enemy, a devourer, an arch deceiver, that your life matters and you can't fucking prove it. Ain't nothing retributionary about that. If caskets roll where your loved ones are and no casket rolls where your enemies are, ain't nothing retributionary about it. And if those who have gathered you together and put themselves in leadership over you are in teaching you and training you for the eradication of your enemy and the survival of your family, they need to be eliminated. They need to be eliminated. So in this course of looking at these terms, like struggle, I'm not struggling out here. Revolution, I'm not revolving out here. And dealing with the construct of complete constructive change, it no longer means that. As I said, a faggot can come be a revolutionary and you'll love the faggot. You'll defend the faggot. You allow the faggot to be predatory amongst your people. You don't see it as a disease. You don't see it as a disorder. You don't see it as an infiltration. It. You humanize your enemies. You give them fucking pet names. Karen and Becky and Susie and Ken. All of this shit. We grew up on farms. We didn't have no pet cow or no pet chicken. The cows and the chickens and the pigs and all of the animals that were on the farm had a purpose and a duty. They understood that. They're there for our sustenance. We provided sustenance for their sustenance. We had a connection with nature. And we understood that everything in nature eats. And you are what you eat. And if you're being fed a healthy diet of servitude, of slavery, of dependency, of cowardness, this is what you're going to reproduce. In the produce section of the marketplace, what's there? Fruits and vegetables based off your labor. Fruits and vegetables. Where's your revolutionary produce? What does your revolution produce? Where's the fruits? Where's the vegetables? Where's the education? Where's the information? Where is the strategy? Or is it a Facebook Live? Or is it putting your loved ones up on the fucking internet? Or is it a picture with you with a rifle that you ain't gonna kill nobody with? Who you got the rifle for? Who you got the bullhorn for? We used to call that fronting. We used to call that perpetrating. You know what we call that shit nowadays? Revolutionary. We applaud that. We award that. We celebrate sucker shit and wonder why we in a sucker ass, dependent ass, coward ass position. Celebrating suckers and running from retributionaries. Telling on retributionaries. Snitching on retributionaries. The rats are revealing the retributionaries. And we cheering for the rats. We heralding the rats. We can't wait to go see the rats. We can't wait to rap with the rats. We want to be in pictures with the rats. We want to do concerts with the rats. We want to be in gang summits with the rats. We want to bring our formations together with the rats. You know, there's millions of people in the United States military, and you don't see them until some shit pop off. You don't know they in your fucking backyard. Why should somebody see your military? Why should somebody know? Why would your enemies know your military capabilities, what you do and what you won't do? What happens to clandestine operations? Do you know being black? Do you know being African in America is illegal and is punishable by death? Do you know that? The shit we talking about, we at war, and then people say, no, we being warred upon, because in war, that means you returning fire. What the fuck ever. However the fuck you want to slice it. Your enemy is here to kill you. Your enemy is here to enslave you, to exploit you, to rob you, to rape you, to not humanize you. They got a pet name for all of us. Nigger. All of us. Nigger. Monkey. Nigger bitch. There's nothing personal about that.
Whoopi Goldberg.
They can't call you something and kill you at the same time. Well, they can. We can't. Retributionary is one who is not here for his or her own self, but in their actions, in their deeds, in their service, is for the benefit of African people and the expulsion of our enemies. Wartime.
I hope y'all understand what that means. There's a book I want everybody to strive to get into your library. It's written by my spiritual mother, my divine mother, the Queen Shahrazad Ali. The book is called, no, it's not Are You a Down Low, brother? No, not that one. Get your mind out the gutter. The book is called, y'all, Are You Still a Slave? Y'all missed that book, huh?
Yep.
You're so caught up in the black man's guide to understand the black woman and the black woman's guide to understand the black man, but y'all missed that book, huh? Are you still a slave? 50 questions. And boy, oh boy, you want to talk about a checkup from the neck up. Because even the so-called conscious ones need a checkup from the neck up. Now, I had to do some self-analyzation, and I had to ask myself before I read the book, am I still a slave? So I'm going through things that I do, going through things that I'm into, going through things that I have done, things my memory has become accustomed to. Are they good for my diet? Are they bad for my diet, mental diet? You understand what I'm saying? So the term retributionary, as I stated before the question, that sets a precedence. That's like being in the ranks of the FOI, dreaming to one day stand to be able to even say you sat in the front rostrum for Minister Farrakhan. Now, I want y'all to understand that's a very that some brothers just be dreaming about that in the ranks of, man, I can't wait to stand post for the minister. Or being on the minister's 18. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like it separates the men from the faggots. It separates the warriors from you fucking clowns. You dig? So Don't start using this term loosely, making some fucking cliche. Now crackers walking around here talking about they retributionary. Asians walking around here talking about they fucking revolutionary, retributionary. This is not a term to be taken lightly. It's just like when the term agent, you don't like when somebody call you an agent. I know damn well I don't like it, and I've been called agent many a fucking times. By agents. The agent calling me a fucking agent. Agents. See? But this is what they do. So the question remains is, are you still a fucking slave? You scared to fight. You make excuses when it comes time to get down. Are you still a slave? And it takes a process to become a retributionary. Y'all ain't been through shit. I'm telling you, you ain't been through shit. Know how I know? Because a cracker ain't knocking on your fucking door 4:30 in the fucking morning. Everywhere that you stay. Every home that you get. Every headquarters that you get. Crackers not fucking plotting and planning on a daily basis for your demise. Let me tell y'all something. Yesterday, I was sitting here with my wood stove, chilling in the tent. And I actually had to remind myself because I completely forgot. See, I kicked this cracker's ass so much by action. Right now, this is action because it's truth. Truth can be shown and proven. That's why it's called truth. And I actually fucking forgot. Yes, I do forget some things. But I actually forgot that the Ku Klux Klans and the neo-Nazis, the wannabes, and the baldhead posse, who call themselves skinheads. Do y'all know in 2012, I had a bounty on my head? And I said to myself yesterday, damn, I forgot all about that bounty on my head. I wonder how much it is now, because the last I checked, it was round about $600,000 to $800,000. But see, I don't fear nothing white. And I don't fear you goddamn agents, provocateurs, faggots, none of you motherfuckers. Black, I'm talking to now. I don't have no fear, y'all. But I literally completely forgot about a fucking bounty on my head that obviously, I'm still here. Crackers threaten me all the time. Oh, bring your nigga ass to Montana. Come to Denver. Come to Canada. Come here. Come there. We'll show you what we. And shut your ass up. I been gave the white race an open invitation. That's why I'm still banging for freedom. So my next question, and then we're gonna wrap this up, because we don't want to, beat you to oblivion. Yes, we do. We're gonna whip your asses tonight.
And we got an after party ass whooping right after this.
So look, I want to know. And again, y'all, these questions are just straight from the head. You did? Mind detects mind. I know how he moves, he know how I move. But these questions are just coming from the dome, just straight from the head. This is nothing scripted, none of that. I don't write out my lectures and speeches and all that kind of stuff. I may take a few notes to keep me on point on where what I need to or trying to teach for that specific class. But otherwise, I don't do a lot of, writing my speeches out and all that kind of stuff and then coming before the people with a written damn speech. That's just, I don't know. I don't do that. I had to do it one time, but that was whipping the media's ass. You understand what I'm saying? And I wanted them to understand every goddamn word I was saying. So I want to know, son, how do you see this so-called revolutionary movement? What are your thoughts on what happened, what needs to happen, all of that encompassed in one? What are your thoughts on this so-called movement?
The power question. The power or refinement question. I think that a fourth of the earnest ones, the ones who got lured in under false pretenses, who thought they were in good places and spaces, who thought they had came into places to learn, to train, to share their experiences, to organize with some folk that they thought had our best collective interests at heart, should come together with a few retributionaries and destroy the 3/4 of these bastards that's running the fuck around. That we train, that we teach, that we torture, and build up an army that would be proud, that would do proud, and could practice on these bastards, these police motherfuckers, these provocateurs, these fucking revolutionary dope fiends and fucking booty bandits that's running around here, these rapists, these child molesters, these sex traffickers, and get some retributionary experience under their belt and begin to move sharply and clandestinely. All the shit that's online needs to come down. All of the public announcements of what, where, who, how, and why needs to be eradicated. And there's some trials that need to be held in the street. I love that movie, God. What's that movie? The Dark Knight Rises. That devil was holding court in the street.
Hey, hey, man, listen. Y'all want to hear something? I just watched that 2 days ago.
That devil was holding court in the motherfucking street.
Yes,
okay?
God. Yes. Mind detects mind.
The beautiful part about it, the greatest character that was in the movie was the motherfucker who went down with the plane. That's who was in the ranks. That's who was in the ranks. This is why nobody got jealous. This is why nobody got greedy. This is why nobody got overzealous. The motherfucker went down with the plane. He said they expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. He buckled his seatbelt and went down with the plane. No fucking questions asked. You don't have that from leader to private soldier in our ranks. That's how you reestablish yourself. Do you understand what you got to say to a motherfucking kamikaze pilot to get in the plane and crash that bitch with himself? Do you know what you got to say to a suicide bomber to put a vest on their chest and go blow themselves the fuck up, or get in a car that's rigged with explosives to blow up? A little 411 Viet Cong to come out of some trenches in the jungle and face machine gun fire. Out of the rice paddies to face machine gun fire. What you got to say to them? To some little Somalis on a rowboat to creep onto your fucking boat and take that bitch over. What kind of conversation you got to have? What kind of shit do they have to endure? You coming against a relentless fighting force that will fight you in life and in death. What you got to say to them? What's the punishment for dereliction of duty? What's the punishment of a fucking deserter? Do y'all fucking realize that y'all following deserters? You following a motherfucker who's supposed to be dead for desertion? The highest fucking treason you could commit? We in war and you haul ass on the other side? We got deserters in leadership position. We got deserters to African people. These rapers, these robbers, these molesters, these drug dealers, these bastards that's running the fuck around here. These booty bandits that's running the fuck around here. These devil's advocates that's running the fuck around here. That's desertion. The penalty is death. The small amount of people who still have their sanctity about them, who still have their sacredness, was lured in under false pretenses and preyed on. That ain't reached extreme burnout. That still got their faculties about them and focus. We're supposed to be cleaning house. We're supposed to be cleaning house. We have a duty and responsibility, a debt to clean house. My general said that there are stages and steps to becoming a retributionary. There's still training facilities that are here and available and that are made cost effective for you to utilize that you don't utilize. So if you ain't going to train with our general, that's an indicator. That's an indicator. If when the subject comes up, you hamina, that's an indicator. But for those who are earnest, those who are sincere, those who are devout to this retributionary insurrection posture, RIP, they will do what is necessary when the time comes. They will train for the moment. So when that moment comes, that moment of glory, I'm telling you, you'll be filled with the holy retributionary ghost right there. The holy retributionary God, the smiter, that mighty right hand of God to destroy our enemies, all of them. So in this last statement, I'm going to say the current construct as it exists needs to be eradicated, destroyed, decimated, all remnants of it, and be rebuilt under the stringent, restrictive code, rule, and law after torture and proper psychological, spiritual, and physical vetting. To become a fighting force that is capable, that is trained, that is willing, that is able to bring about and to produce and reproduce global African domination. Anything else and anyone else should meet with their demise in the most treacherous and torturous manner. Wartime.
Wartime, wartime, wartime. Well, if you don't know by now, guess you'll never know. Are you still a slave? Or do you want to join the divine ranks of the retributionaries? God, I thank you. How y'all say in the church? Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to relax and giving me the opportunity to know the other side as well. Because if y'all have been following my media journey since War on the Horizon with the Irritated Genie, I really don't have many people on as guests. It's done for a reason. And I know, a lot of folks, they got their shows filled up with guests and stuff like that. That's peace. But I roll a little different. Now, y'all know every now and again, we gonna bring somebody to make it hot. My thing is, y'all, majority of these motherfuckers out here are phony as hell. And I learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that you don't play with the minds of the people. We don't steal from the people. We steal for the people. But we don't play with the minds and the intelligence of the people. And I'm very skeptical about bringing people on to bring and teach you. This is my love for you. You understand what I'm saying? I love the fact that, you know, those who have been with us, been with us. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you're listening for the first time, man, that means a lot to me. And anybody that knows me will tell you I'm about the smallest of things. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm humbly grateful for knowledgebornallah. Grateful. See, y'all don't know about the times where I had a rebel village set up in different states and things. I've been around, learning my terrain, learning my home. You dig? Y'all don't know about the times that the pigs raided my camp while I was on Do the Knowledge Radio in the middle of my build. That was one time. They raided my camp again with just a one-on-one conversation with me and Knowledge. See, y'all don't know about the soldiering me and this man have done. The mental soldiering. And each time I'm like, hold on. They're misbehaving again. Guns drawn. Get down on the ground. Hell no, fuck you. I'm not getting on no ground. Remember that guy?
Word is bond.
I'm not getting on the ground. So you can put a bullet in my head. And then I will fall right into my own fire pit. See, the military strategist kicked in me because I knew my circumference and I knew exactly where I was standing. They wanted me to lay down and put a bullet in my head, and I just fall back right into my own fire pit while the fire was lit. Khalid Muhammad didn't raise no pump.
Tell them to bring their ass to the after party, General.
Yes, sir.
We got a few minutes.
Listen, y'all. Listen. Check it out. The after party, the retributionary ass whooping after party. All right. I want y'all to tune in right after this class to the brother Son the Great. And we got a little surprise for you. So make sure y'all tune in to the very next class. Listen, follow instructions. You've been given a direct order. Tune in to Son the Great's class right after this class. All right? And also, listen, we need some donations, y'all, to help keep this thing running, to help me to maintain and keep the information coming to you from a survivalist aspect, because I'm working on some things that, once again, I'm trying to bring to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm working my ass off out here, man, for you So the least y'all could do, send a brother a donation. $ Black Survival is my Cash App. Listen, y'all know I don't steal and do no dope and all that kind of weird shit. So we need to start running that. God damn it. You support the white man every day. You support the China man every single goddamn day. So the least you could do is look out for those who are killing the world, who have sacrificed their lives for your life. I'm not even going to get into all the daily operations and all that kind of shit. You dig? But just know I've sacrificed and still sacrifice my life for you. You dig? So if I'm laying my life down on the line, God damn it, at least make sure I can have a fucking turkey leg sandwich while I'm laying my life down on the line for your ass. At least give a brother a damn cheesesteak, something. You dig what I'm saying? So whatever you can donate, y'all, will be most humbly, gratefully appreciated. Again, that's $ Black Survival. Not King Samir. You understand what I'm saying? None of that. Black Survival. That tells you right there, I'm not a thief. And y'all know, to those who have helped me, y'all know, because I've shown receipts and posted up to certain things and gave a big thing. Y'all know how I operate. So send a donation, Black people. Tune in to Son the Great. In just a couple of minutes, we got a big shock for you. All right. So I'm going to get up out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Khalid Muhammad Militia Hour. And again, come on down to Son the Great. We got a surprise. All right. So we're out of here next Wednesday night, 7:10 p.m. If the white man don't fuck up and have us coming on, finally clicking in at 7:30 and all that kind of weird shit. 7:10 p.m., y'all. All right. BB for Hodier, wartime, wartime, wartime.
I'm about to go down to the Magic Mall, Cash Money in there, and I've been trying to see them.
What? Nicki Minaj, Cash Money Records? Pfft. Are you serious?
What's your problem?
Look at these agent ass niggas. This how the baby's gonna find out about Malcolm now, huh? Oh yeah, I see what you're trying to do. Should've been said something to y'all. Fuck that, RBG's up. We in the building now, nigga. Take off. Look at these agent ass niggas always throwing in your face how they making cheese niggas. Bloodsuckers of the hood, vampires blade told me put a stake in these niggas. Pledge allegiance to the paper cocaine, cause fame, gold chains, chinchilla. Them real mogul ass niggas all dick in the booty, real homo ass niggas. Underdressed, oversexed, wheezy fucking baby, that shit suspect. Kill me in the video and show him Malcolm X, I'ma take it as a threat, niggas gotta get checked. Now you wanna rape niggas, Uncle Ruckus ass bitch, you must really hate niggas. I ain't feeling you, nigga, that European mind frame killing you niggas. Yeah right, they some government tools, yeah these niggas getting used, but these niggas ain't fools. Took the cracker oath so they follow their rules. Get a couple dollars, now you feel you can't lose. Hope you deal lifelong, hope you never get all and make all the right songs. Cause when it get took from a nigga, the whole hood gon' be like, look at these niggas. Look at these homosexual agenda pushing ass, dry snitching ass, EDM faggot ass niggas. Bitch, y'all babies is seeing this, don't you know that? And y'all gon' still try to give them a pass? Fuck out of here. I can't wait on these niggas. Fuck sitting down, I ain't debating these niggas. I'ma take it to the shrine and petition old goon and start slaying these niggas. Pour the liquor, blow the stogie, resurrect the dead homies, let them pray on these niggas. All for the sake of getting rich. Tigger Ray, please bang on these witch ass niggas. I would never give a pass to they so-called ignorant ass. Put them on blast, Malcolm face tied to a hoe. Let a bitch slide, what for? Nigga, this whoa. Sign Sharp into a book deal. That nigga helped crackers try to get us out of kill. Now, help me out, go figure. Why would drug dealers son a snitch ass nigga? They know why. They posse so sloppy, they jockin' Versace, cause all of them fosse doing anything to wake up in the Bugatti. I'm hoping y'all finally see. They police. All the videos and the music is an overt attack on the black fam unit. So fuck a boycott, put their names in the pot. Somebody gotta do it. There you go. Say dua to the head room. Yeah. Time here RBG, Repat Nation is the situation. No more of that fuck shit, baby. We calling y'all out now. And if you give a fuck, share this shit. Make sure you push it around. Let's make sure it get right to these motherfuckers. All these blood-sucking ass motherfuckers. And if you one of them motherfuckers, then fuck you too.